Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the catchweight bout at 165 between Elves Brenner versus Kaynan Kruschewsky or whatever you want to say. But yeah, how I feel about this one right here is I'm going low confidence Elves Brenner to beat Kaynan Kruschewsky. Originally, Brenner was supposed to fight Esteban Robovic, who I thought was a easy, well, not easy matchup, but it was a much more winnable matchup for him, much more clear path to victory. I thought he could beat him everywhere. Obviously, I think Robovic had the better, more technical striking, but I think Brenner could still beat him there, still win the fight there. Now I got this glare coming in here right now, but hey, he's gonna do what we're gonna do. But yeah, I thought it was a much better stylistic matchup for him. I thought the fight he should win. But now he's going in with Kaynan Kruschewsky, who's big, like 6 feet tall, big power, good clean hooks, well-rounded, unlike Esteban Robovic, who don't have no real grappling like that. Was a grappling victim, basically. So versus Kaynan Kruschewsky, he's a full package. He had a great Contender Series fight, which is not always the best tell. A lot of guys come in with great Contender Series fights and then fade out. But yeah, 165 going with a big guy who probably going to be able to come in fresher now because he knows how to cut down to 55. Big frame, 6 feet tall at lightweight, big power, well-rounded, good BJJ as well. Again, so it's not an easy guy you could just wrestle like Robovic. So it's a whole different ball game. But I do think Brenner could do in this. He has had experience. He has been an underdog in 2 fights and had to do what he had to do to win in both those fights. In both those fights, he had to go into the late rounds. One was a decision, one was a third round stoppage, and he has had a full training camp for this fight. He's been training with Charles Oliveira and training with all these other killers. So he's used to fighting that adversity. Like now he has had 2 fights to deal with that. On top of any other fights he had prior, but his recent fights had 2 fights. He had to really dig deep and fight to win these fights. And he's got full training camp coming in with Kaynan Kruschewsky, who is a very bright talent until proven otherwise or until proven to be true. A dangerous guy, but this guy's coming in on not a full training camp, definitely a dangerous fighter, and coming in not on a full training camp versus a guy who has been in a full training camp and is coming off these wars and is going to be more prepared to deal with that adversity and also be more trained and conditioned to deal with that. Whereas Kaynan Kruschewsky's going to kind of relying on either a finish or a big enough start that could cover him through the finish, or who knows. But he can't expect Elves Brenner to come in there and take it light on him. Elves Brenner gonna come in there and bring it. Both these guys are gonna bring it. I think it's gonna be a very back and forth close fight. I think Kaynan Kruschewsky is a good talent. I think he will prove in this one. And ultimately, I think Elves Brenner's gonna be able to really score takedowns and reverse positions. Do what he needs to do in the grappling department later on in the fight. Not really like tapping him out or nothing, like submit him or nothing, but maybe if Kruschewsky's able to reverse position or end up on top or in the scramble, something I think Brenner's gonna be able to hit sweeps, that extra effort stuff that you're gonna be able to do, from being in those situations and being in those tough fights and actually having a full training camp in those situations like where you're gonna really have to scramble, dig deep, turn bad situations into good situations. I think he'll be more prepared to do that than Kruschewsky, who's coming in on short notice. So very competitive fight. I think it goes the distance, but I think that experience from Elves Brenner in the full training camp will be big factors in this one, allow him to edge the decision over Kruschewsky. So in this one, I have Elves Brenner via decision.